Oh my goodness gracious. Look, I spent a whole day at work after seeing this freaking thing, and I just had to drive home very, very quickly so that I could come and talk about this before, like, my head exploded. This is so exciting. Why is this exciting? If you haven't seen the news, TCGPlayer is selling Monarch boxes, first edition Monarch boxes, at $110 plus shipping and tax. That is incredible. Okay, look, so for me, I got on, or I sat down at work and I started doing, so I'm a teacher, so I started doing attendance in the morning. And attendance in a pandemic is complicated, okay, for a lot of different reasons that you probably don't care about because that's not why I'm talking about. Attendance is complicated, and I started at 8 o'clock and I looked at my phone at 8:05 and I saw this message and I clicked it, and it was like 8:10 or something like that by the time that I like realized what this was, and it was sold out. It was so no. I can't, I haven't gotten myself one of these, but this is absolutely insane. A first edition box. The going rate for these is around $200, $250, and they're posting it at $110 for a single box. Now, you can't buy more than one. You can only buy this, but it comes with 2 cold foil promos. And this, to me, is the most exciting thing. Look, I could actually wax poetic about why I believe that the box price should stay at $110. In fact, I feel very strongly about this. Perhaps in a different video, I can talk about why I think that the $250 for a first edition doesn't shake out right now. And honestly, probably shouldn't. But I'm going to not talk about that because I want to talk about the promos. Okay, if these are real, if these are real cards, this says a lot about what we're going to see in the set. And it has me so excited because I have been very, very quiet about trying to make random speculation and come up with things that like this set could actually have, because I don't want to do that thing. I don't know, maybe you know this. I don't want to do that thing where I get myself hyped up and I say, oh, I can't wait to see this and this and this, and those things don't come to fruition and I'm like, well, this set sucks, or well, this thing was bad. It's the same thing with movies for me. I love movies, and if I watch a bunch of trailers and try to come up with like a bunch of like fan theories about what's gonna happen, and then those things don't happen, then I'm frustrated by that, or like I be let down by something that could just be a good experience. So for me, I've been doing that with this set. I've been trying to avoid not spoilers, but like coming up with my own theories to as to what we see. But this has me really excited, because if this is true, if these are real and not just like a mock-up, oh look, I can't zoom in. Oh, that's lame. If these are real, then we have some serious stuff to talk about. I'm going to try to get a bigger picture of these. Hold on. Okay, so in my excitement, I'm getting ahead of myself. We should talk about what this actually is first. Monarch, of course, is the next Flesh and Blood set. It's supposed to be like this watershed moment, this kind of like final debut of like, this is what the game you're going to be experiencing is. Hence why I'm so hyped about this set, and so is everybody else. This, from TCGPlayer, is the first edition box, and we've seen first edition box prices skyrocket after they fall out of print for the first 3 sets. And so people are obviously excited about this. This is being called an at-home release kit. And an at-home release kit is essentially 1 first edition box and 2 cold foil promos. And what they're saying is that you're going to use this first edition booster box to build a deck. Basically, you're going to play sealed, right? You're going to get 6 packs each, pass them around to the table of your, you and your 3 other friends or family members, and you're going to basically build sealed decks and try the game out. And that's a fantastic thing to do, even if it's first edition. Okay, I'm going to drive this point home. I opened a bunch of Crucible first edition boxes. I no longer have a Crucible first edition box from my collection, and you know what? I think I'm okay with that still. It kind of hurts a little bit, but opening and playing with the cards is what I love about this game more than anything else. Now, everyone's different, of course, so you have your own things, and that's your prerogative, but it's okay to open first edition product, and in fact, it's a lot of fun to open first editions because of cold foils, which brings me to these promos. Okay, the promos are cold foil promos, meaning that they are going to take the cold foiling method and put that onto each of these cards. If you've never seen a cold foil card, oh heck, I'll just get one. Hold on. If you've never seen a cold foil card, they look, ooh, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Hold on, yes. They look like this. Oh, wait. It's not going to show. It's not going to show. Oh man, maybe I'll take like a video after the fact and cut it in right here of Shiana. Cold foils are beautiful. They're amazing. It's my favorite way of foiling a card. And they are making Eclipse Existence and Ray of Hope into cold foils. Now, I said earlier, I don't know if these cards are real, and I mean it. I don't know if these cards are real, and I'll tell you why I don't know if they're real. I looked really closely at the bottom, and it kind of does look like it says 2020 Legend Story Studios, which could make some sense, but the set has always been due to release in 2021, so it would make sense that they would have 2021 down there. That being said, it is very pixelated, so it could say 2021, and I'm just crazy. It does have the green promo little dot, which lends me this credence, lends the evidence that says that these are real. But it is strange to see them using Viserai's border and Dorinthia's border, which these are the borders. But it may not be strange if we don't think of them as class borders and we think of them as region borders. For example, if this is not Dorinthia's specific border, in fact, it's Solana's border, which is where Dorinthia is currently, and it's also where Shiana is, which is why, again, I get to pull out Shiana twice in a video. Oh, this is my favorite video ever. Shiana has the same bordering with a different coloring. Okay, so she is in the same place. She is in Solana, but she has a different coloring. So what that essentially is telling us is that this can represent not the character or the class of warrior or the character of Dorinthia. It could represent Solana, which makes a ton of sense as well because Solana is where we know Sol, in the lore, Sol, which is the being that represents light, resides, or so they say resides, okay? And the Demonastery is where Viserai was created after the warrior's body washes up on shore and is used and experimented on by Sutcliffe. That is where he is created. The Arknight Shard is thrust into the chest of the dude, Viserai, and created. The Arknight is created from there. Happens in the Demonastery, and we also see in the lore that in the Demonastery is where this being, through a ritual, this being is summoned from this great beyond to Eclipse Existence, hence the name Eclipse Existence. So these representing the regions makes a lot more sense than them representing the classes. So I could definitely see that being, these being real cards, and that being the explanation for why we see those borders here. What I also see is that we have, and this is the most exciting part to me, Light Instant and Dark Instant, or Shadow Instant, I should say. Light Instant and Shadow Instant means that now we have a subtype of card that is light or shadow. And this, I've been thinking about this literally all day. If we have a light and a shadow subtype, or I guess card pool, that means you can take any hero, any class, and create a light, or perhaps, this is speculation, you can take any hero or class and create a light and a dark version of that class and of that hero. And some of the classes and heroes are going to naturally be better at light and better at dark things because the card pools will lend themselves more readily to one or the other, I guess a certain play style or an archetype, okay? If that is where they're going, that is so cool. Giving more card pool access is very similar to the idea that I proposed in the deep dive video that I made, it's very similar to the idea of creating multi-class systems. But you don't have to actually create multi-class systems when you create subtypes that all classes can access and a card pool that all classes can pull from. That is super cool. And in a thematic sense, if you're thinking about the fact that they've talked about PvE, or PvE formats, you know, like you pick a couple friends and you basically play like D&D where all of you are heroes and there's one bad guy. You can all be light variants of yourself, or some of you could be dark, some of you could be light, and you're all facing against, you know, darkness or light or something like that. There's so many good things that come from this being a mechanic in this set that it's really hard for me to believe that this is not intentionally created this way. The counterpoint to that is that someone over at TCGPlayer who, you know, like thought about the set and looked at the spoil solicits page said, hey, let's put some pictures on here to represent cold foil promos, and I'll just mock up some cold foil cards. But these look really good. I mean, you can definitely do some good mock-ups like this. It's very easy to cut out this bordering. In fact, I've done it before just for fun. It's very easy to cut out this bordering. It's time-consuming, but you just cut this out, slap it onto the back of another card, and you can make these. But I don't think TCGPlayer would say, okay, take the time to just generate two things, come up with a pitch cost, come up with a name, come up with this shadow and light, make them both instants, and make sure you grab the promo text at the bottom to make them look legit. That just doesn't seem as intuitive as if you just go, hey, so we're going to be doing this with you, Legend Story Studios. I'm TCGPlayer in this instance. We're going to be, you know, making this deal. We're going to be selling this stuff. You guys, you know, very kindly gave us these promos. Can we put the promos on there? They say yes, but make sure you do the ones that we put the question marks on. Right? I think that's literally what they did. They sent them these. They didn't necessarily even tell them what promos they are. They just sent them these or what the effect is. And so they put this together. I think that's what it is. That's my belief. And that means that we will have a set that allows you to expand the card pools of all classes equally by giving every class equal access to a light and a dark card pool. Are you kidding me? This is like, is this not the best case scenario? Is this not the best case scenario for a set of Flesh and Blood? At this exact moment in time where interest is fully peaked, where people are interested in trying the game, is this not the best way to increase the card pool for all classes? Because again, if I'm a new player and I say, ooh, I would love to play Ranger, but the Ranger card pool right now is small. Ooh, I would love to play Warrior, but I have to go find Welcome to Wraith, the first set. Otherwise, my card pool is half. All of a sudden, if you're building a Blitz deck, you can use the card pool from one set, like for example, Crucible of War, if you manage to buy some singles, or if you jump into the Crucible Unlimited, which I think is going to be coming sooner rather than later. You can get that set in Unlimited if it's available, and you can get this set, and you can make a hybrid of the class cards from Crucible, or whatever set, and the card pool of a light or a dark shadow. Why do I keep saying dark? It's not Pokemon. It's shadow. Light or shadow card pool. This is so cool. I've thought about this literally all day, and I finally get to just word vomit on you. I hope I'm not like assaulting you with my information, but I hope you see I'm super excited about this. And you should be too. Tell me if you got one of these in a comment below, because I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get one, because this is real talk time. I don't have any good bead on Monarch boxes first edition right now. I'm hoping that, I think I have a case on pre-order with an LGS right now. I think I have a case, but I would love I would love to have more than just a single case to do videos along with you guys, do streams and stuff. That's what I would love. So this, I'm hoping that I'm going to grab one of these so that we can at least have a little bit more than just the amount that I have right now. So I'm going to keep trying. If you got one, let me know in a comment below. If you're also excited about the light and shadow cards here, and if you think they're real, sound off as well. It's very suspicious, though, the art being the exact art that we've seen. They have not released any other art except this beautiful Carlos Cruchaga, like, mural. It's not a mural, fresco, really. So the fact that they haven't released any art makes me go, I don't know. But the set, I'm like, the idea of the way these cards kind of function in the bordering, all of it just makes so much sense. It just makes so much sense. Okay, I've been rambling. I'm going to stop rambling. I'll let you go. I'm going to go open. In fact, after this, I'm literally going to open some packages that I got in the mail. I bought some cards, so check out for a mail day video coming soon. It's probably tomorrow. I'll post a mail day video if you want to see what things I bought. Yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, this thing right here. That number is about to tick to that number, and if you want to help me go from the top number to the next number, then hit the subscribe button. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.